Yo, yo, what's going on? It's Joe back here again with another vid here on Joe Talks. And then I first off want to start off by saying a like and subscribe would be appreciated. But, anyways, let's get into it. Today, September 19th, today is the day you can finally walk into your phone store and pick up your brand new iPhone 17, iPhone Air, iPhone 17 Pro, or iPhone 17 Pro Max, or Apple Watch Series 11, or Apple Watch Ultra 3 or 4 is it on? I'm not 100% sure because I could care less for that Ultra Watch. But Ultra Watch 3 or 4, whichever is the newest one, is out now as well, along with AirPods Pro 3. Yeah, AirPods Pro 3. Y'all could walk into your, phone store. I could assume Best Buy as well and just purchase the phone if you want. And then obviously you could still go through Apple, but I'm not sure if they're what is it? If they're sold out, because I haven't even looked. But to be honest, man, I'm going broke. I'm going broke for the new iPhone 17 Pro Max, man. I'm buying it. I'm specking it out. I'm getting the max storage and everything, man. I'm getting that orange color. I'm maxing out the storage, getting that 2 TB option, total come out to like 1600, man. Psych. That's just way too much for a phone. And honestly, man, I'm probably not going to upgrade. And if I do upgrade, it'll be later on next year. Probably when the 18 drops, honestly, because when the 18 drops, the previous year phones drop $100 in price. So who knows? I'll probably get a 17 then. But as of now, nah, man, I'm good with the phone I have now. Like I said, the main thing that gets me that is wanting me to get the 17 is the 120 hertz refresh rate and the 3000 nit brightness and some of them pro features to finally be on, the normal iPhone. Like I said, I feel like Apple, it's kind of like, realizing what they have to do. And, it's changed, man. It's been the same stuff since the iPhone 10, since the iPhone X. It's been the same stuff. Yes, you've changed body styles and everything. But still, man, ever since the iPhone 10 dropped out, it's pretty much been the same, like the same modern look, same all that, until the 17. Honestly, until the 16. The 16, changed a little bit, but you really can tell with the 17. Like I said, I'll give Apple props when props is due. I don't really like giving Apple props, and I don't really give them props, but when they do something good, hey, I'll give them their props. The 17 lineup looks pretty good. But anyway, this is going to be a vid mainly talking about what phone, that I plan on getting later on, and what phone that, maybe people that are in the same position I'm in, or some people that maybe just don't know what phone to get, can get. So I'm going to break it down for y'all. So the phone that I plan on getting later on, if I do get it, and the phone that makes the most sense, and the phone that honestly, I feel like is going to sell like crazy this year, the phone that I feel like a lot of people are going to buy, and that's just the normal iPhone 17. Yeah. Because I'm going to say it like this, and I said it in my previous Apple vids too. If y'all want to check them out, they'll be on screen at the end of the video. But I feel like Apple flopped with the iPhone Air. I don't know why the iPhone Air is going to take the middle grade spot. Say they would have made the iPhone Air, let's say like $500-600, man. They would have sold the iPhone Airs like crazy. I probably would have ended up getting one for sure, But yeah, the iPhone Air, I feel like the iPhone Air is priced too high for one, having the weakest battery in the lineup. But I don't know, man. And then the durability, they say it's the most durable iPhone, the most thinnest iPhone, whatever, But I mean, I don't know. And then people that aren't in the States, those y'all who don't know, iPhones that are made, and go to other countries, most of them still have the traditional SIM card. Well, the iPhone Air, that phone's too slim to even have a SIM card. So say you're someone that, likes having SIM cards, that's probably going to be an issue because the iPhone Air is only eSIM. But people here in the States, we've been forced to only get eSIM now for the last, 2-3 years now. So, I mean, it's nothing really new to us. But say you're in another country and you're wanting to get an iPhone Air and you want to stick with your traditional SIM card, well, that goes away with that phone. So I mean, I don't know. And then they also announced an accessory for the iPhone Air. Like an accessory only for the iPhone Air, which is the battery pack that goes on the back to extend the battery. Because man, I see this phone overheating. I see this phone dying fast. I see this phone, being what the iPhone 6 was, bending. Yes, they say it's stainless steel. They made that phone stainless steel because stainless steel is a stronger, whatever you want to call it, just a stronger material than aluminum. So only time will tell. But I mean, honestly, say that phone is in your pocket, for girls, obviously. Because I mean, well, some guys do it. I don't. But I mean, people that put their phone in their back pocket, just imagine, say you're sitting on the edge of something and all your weight is on that, is on that slim body phone. Like it's just common sense to think, man, that phone's gonna bend like butter, bend like thawed butter, whatever you want to call it, like or bend like a good piece of pizza that you just took out of the box. Like, I don't know, man. I just feel like the iPhone Air is a flop. I feel like the iPhone Air would have been good if they made the iPhone Air the budget phone, made that around 500, 600, even $400, man. Hey, man, I feel like the iPhone Air would have been perfect because it has the worst battery life, like I said, but it has upgrades, so it has a better chip than the just a regular 17. But the only difference is instead of the A19, it uses the A19 Pro, which all the A19 Pro does is it has a couple more GPUs, I think. With which, honestly, say you're someone like me that isn't like really into all the specs and stuff like that, you really wouldn't notice it. Say you're coming from any base iPhone, you're gonna notice a big upgrade, especially with the 120 hertz. Because I know a lot of Apple people never even experienced 120 hertz yet, which is crazy in my opinion. Because my girl, until she got her 14 Pro Max, she was like, "Wow, what is this?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's the 120 hertz, yeah." Because hey, a lot of Apple people that grew up in the Apple ecosystem. I didn't grow up in the Apple ecosystem. I switched as I got older. But the people that didn't grow up in the Apple ecosystem know that 120 hertz in the Android world, in the Android ecosystem, Android land, whatever you want to call it, they had that for years now. So that's the one knock I'll always give Apple is they're just really late to the party. And still with the 17 lineup, there's no folds, no all screen device. You still have that island or whatever up top on the phone or whatever they want to call it now to make it sound cool. But yeah, man, I don't know. But in my opinion, the iPhone 17 is the best buy, and then the 17 Pro, 17 Pro Max, yeah, that's gonna be the ultimate. So say you're a big baller and gotta have the newest and bestest thing, all the time. Then yeah, the iPhone 17 Pro, man, that's in my opinion that's the best upgrade to a Pro model in my opinion too. So say you're coming, hey, my cat knocking over cups and shit. She always knocking over stuff in the kitchen, crazy, but say you're coming from another Pro. I feel like this Pro is obviously the best, which honestly how it should be every year. The phone should get better, but this year I feel like the iPhones across the lineup for an iPhone got better. So I mean, say you're a big baller, like I said, and need the biggest and best phone, at all times. Then boom, I would highly recommend upgrading. And say you've been holding off, cause hey, I even told my girl, she has the 14 Pro Max. It's a little, beat up, the battery kind of shot. I'm telling her, hey, say you want to, hey, it's really not bad to upgrade, And she's not someone that upgrades her phone every year, because like people who do that, in my opinion, it's a waste of money unless you do content and your content pays for it. Then that obviously makes sense. But say you're just the average Joe like me, no pun intended, but maybe there was a little bit of pun intended. Then yeah, in my opinion, the 17, is good. And that's another thing I don't get with the iPhone Air. The iPhone Air replaces the Plus models. In my opinion, like Apple, man, I feel like y'all fumbled the bag with the lineup. Does anyone else feel like this too? I feel like they should have made the 17 and the 17 Plus, boom, and then drop the Air as the budget phone below the 17 and 17 Plus, and then kept the Pro and Pro Max, I feel like they dropped the ball with this lineup. Like, what y'all think? But I mean, in my opinion, overall, like I said numerous times already in this vid, I would highly recommend just the iPhone 17, man. And then the iPhone 17 can get up to 512 gigabytes of storage. I'm pretty sure. Cat. I'm pretty sure it can get up to 512. It might be able to get up to 1 terabyte. I'm not 100% sure. That's something that any of y'all can go on the Apple store and, investigate for yourself. But yeah, 512, you can for sure get in the you can for sure get in the 17s and possibly the 1 terabyte too. So in my opinion, man, the iPhone 17, man, unless you're someone that's, all about specs, then I obviously recommend. I wouldn't even recommend the Air, man. The Air, I feel like, is gonna flop. Like, say you're someone that's in the specs, might as well get the 17 Pro. You ain't got to get the Pro Max, but you can get the 17 Pro, and have all the latest specs and all that. You're just not gonna have the best battery life compared to the 17 Pro Max because the batteries are bigger. So yeah, in my opinion, man, I feel like the phone that is worth getting for those of y'all who are on the fence about upgrading a phone or don't really understand, the lineup or understand what phone would best fit you. In my opinion, say you're someone like me, man, that just wants, a good decent phone, a phone that has, upgraded features, then I'd recommend the 17, man. Like I said, the Air, I feel like is gonna flop. I feel like they should have priced that like a budget phone. And the 17 Pro and 17 Pro Max, they're obviously gonna sell because there's a lot of people that, have to have the latest and best iPhone out there. So the 17 Pro and 17 Pro Max gonna sell, obviously. The 17's, I feel like Apple might honestly break sales with this 17. Say people understand the specs. Say you don't understand like casual specs, like the 120 hertz refresh and all that. Say you don't understand specs like that, then I guess I see why you don't understand upgrading. But say you're someone that hasn't experienced 120 hertz refresh yet, just upgrade, man. Get the 17, man. You have 120 hertz and the 3000 nit brightness. You'll have that new camera thing they have where you could film in front of you but also film your reaction. You got the center stage on the phone now. So center stage is on all the, like I said, I feel like this is the best Apple update, man. All the phones have some kind of pro feature, which, it's about time. So yeah, they got 120 hertz, they got center stage, they got the camera to where you can film something in front of you and film you at the same time. What is it? And then yeah, center stage. So say I had someone come into the frame right now, boom, the camera would, widen, automatically. And then another thing is for landscape photos. Say you want to take a landscape photo, you don't have to turn your phone sideways no more. It's an option. You can just landscape it from, the normal the normal iPhone hold position, whatever you want to call it, and then take the picture. So yeah, there's a lot of good updates, in my opinion, to the phones. So that's why I said, for me in the future, if I plan on getting an iPhone, I'm definitely gonna get the 17. And for those of y'all who are also like me, who just wanna, upgraded phone with some pro features, I think the 17 is the way to go. Like I said, the Air, I feel like is a waste of money because the Air is priced at $1,000. When the iPhone 17 is priced at what, 800, 700, something like that. One of them two. I think 800 though. So $200 cheaper. And you get a bigger battery, longer battery life, and you still get, the camera functions. You still get the 120 hertz refresh and the 3000 nit brightness. You get all that still, on the 17. So that's why I feel like the 17 is the phone to get. What do y'all think? I'd appreciate it if y'all would, I'd appreciate a like and subscribe. But I'll say you have any comments down below, I'd appreciate them. I'm curious to hear other people's opinions on this, especially on the iPhone Air, because like I said, I feel like Apple dropped the ball bad with the iPhone Air. I feel like the iPhone Air could have been a really good budget phone and to sell them like crazy, but they just priced it wrong. What do y'all think? But yeah, I'm pretty much done with this video. So yeah, to sum it all up, I would get the 17 in my opinion. Like I said, I feel like it's the most bang for your buck. So yeah, so say I helped any of y'all out, I'm glad I could. But yeah, the 17 in my opinion is the most, like you get most of the phone for the price you're paying, if that makes sense, for an Apple device, whatever you want to call it. But I'm done now. Like I just said, if you enjoyed the vid, a like and subscribe would be appreciated, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.